are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate every single one of you. I am Marlene Motivates, and you know what we say over here on Marlene Motivates. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey, everybody, how are you doing? Appreciate every single one of you. Shout out to my mods, my channel members, and all my new motivators family. Welcome to today's live stream and show podcast. I really do appreciate it. I'm Marlene Motivates. I'm your channel for motivation, inspiration, and positivity. And today I wanted to talk about something that I think that it's so important, especially, getting towards to where it's going to be the busy time of the year, the spring and the summer. People are going to be, more in our face. And this is my thing, turn your mood around. Don't let others control your vibe. And it can happen very easily if we let it. So let me go to the chats. Yes, everybody, if you could please like and share this out. Hi, Jeremy and Cheryl, Cruise Adventures. Welcome. How are you doing? Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Hi, Sirius. Happy Friday to you. Welcome in. I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yes. So today I wanted to talk about, as you can see by the thumbnail, positive vibes only. But there are some people that they have such a negative vibration. And some people really can't help it because of the things that they're going through. They've been through some really hard times. They faced a lot of struggles. Some people are at so many losses in their life, loss of their health, loss of actually people like gone out of their life through passing. They passed away. So it's a lot of things that people do go through in their life, but we can't let other people's moods or whatever they're dealing with control our own vibe. We have to keep our vibes high, positive vibrations only. But it's something that we have to make a choice. We have to make a choice every day. We have to choose to be positive, and we have to not allow other people to control how we feel about ourselves. Now, that's something that was so hard for me to do before. I always let other people control my vibes, because when somebody's energy is low, when somebody is a negative person, or when, a person is very manipulative, it's very easy for us to start feeling the way that they make us feel by what they're dealing with, or they're always arguing or yelling or complaining. And then we start feeling that way. We start to feel negative, or we start to doubt ourselves, or whatever the reason, or our focus shifts. And I don't know if you all have ever been through anything like that, but have you ever gone into a room and been around some people and just the energy is off? The vibes are very low. You're around a lot of people who are in a bad mood. We are the ones that have to be like, wow, we can't allow other people and their attitude to control ours. And one thing that happens when you go around certain individuals is some people that just are not going to like you. That's one thing that I definitely have learned, that we can't make people like us, you know, and you don't want everybody to like you, because that's just no. You want people who are around you that actually care for you, actually are supportive, and aren't people who are users. And that's one thing that started to affect my mood a lot, is I was around people who were toxic. We can't stop people from being toxic, but we can choose how much time, how much effort, how much energy, and how much support we put into other people. We have to learn to stop supporting negativity. We have to stop supporting negative people. And when we realize that people are actually using us, pay attention to that. They're using you. They don't care anything about you. And I was of the belief system that the way that I felt about somebody is the way that they felt about me. And that's not true. How somebody feels about you is shown by their actions. Thank you so much for dropping those links, Sirius. I really appreciate it. How somebody feels about you is shown by their actions. It doesn't matter how much people will say they're into you, they support you, they like you, all of those things. If they have shown by their actions that they don't care about you, like by not supporting you, they could say all the time, I support you, I care about you, all of those things. But what are they doing to prove that? What are they doing to prove it? And we have to pay attention to those things, and to stop being gullible. I was so gullible for such a long time in allowing, number one, my family. I was very gullible. I thought because I loved them that they automatically loved me. And that's not true. People don't just love you just because they say they do. I I put so much energy into believing that they loved me. But if you think about it, if somebody who says that they love you and cares about you, but all they ever do is use you when you have money, or they only are there for you to support them in something. But when it comes to supporting you, when it comes to the things that you need, you know, giving you back, they never give anything back to you, or they're never encouraging to you. That will make your energy low. That will make you feel some type of way. Actually, for me, it kind of made me feel a little down, discouraged, and depressed, because I've put so much effort, so much time, so much, support into another person, but you're not getting back the same level of energy, the same level of support, the same level of kindness that you've given them. Actually, actually have an attitude when you stop giving them the support. Support goes both ways. And that's one thing that I learned to open my eyes to. If you can't support somebody, and it's many ways to support somebody. You can support somebody in that emotional support, the mental support, the financial support, the physical support. There's many ways that we can support other people, but we have to also pay attention that we're not being a doormat, we're not being used. We can't continue to enable people, and we enable people to disable them. We stop them from being able to do things because we're so kind, we're so supportive, aren't we, motivators? We always try to do our best to be supportive of other people, but when we don't get the support back, we put up with it for too long because we tend to think they'll change. They say they change, or we get love bombed into believing that we are loved when we aren't. So we can't just go by the words that people say. People could say it, I love you, I love you, I care about you, I support you. But when you actually need the support, I always say, look around when you're going through something, and those are the people who care about you. Those are the people who actually love you. Because love is an easy thing to say, but it's another thing to do. Love is an action word, and be careful about believing it. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them, and believe them the first time. Because people who are toxic, okay, people who are toxic will say to you everything that you want to hear, as long as they can get you to keep doing whatever it is that they want. They're going to keep telling you because it's working. And we have to open up our eyes, motivators. We have to open up our ears. We have to learn to close our pocketbooks and to stop being so emotional about every single person because they don't deserve our time. They really don't. I've been down that enabling road before. It made the person stagnant, and it will, serious. That's one thing that I had to learn for myself. I deserve to get support, and I had to start telling myself that and believing it. We Because we put up with, being abused, being used, being taken advantage of for such a long time, it makes us feel like we have to continue that. And other people will tell you that you have to put up with it, but you don't. Don't enable people. And you're serious is right. It made the person stagnant. When we are always supportive and always doing everything for them, we stop them from growing, from maturing, from learning how to troubleshoot, from, we can't always bail out everybody from a situation because it will bring us down. We have to get support too. We have to feel loved. We have to get the things that we need as well. Hey, Tamika, how are you doing? Happy Friday. It's Friday, everybody. Happy Friday to everyone in the chat. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to the mods on deck. Hey, Jessica, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. I hope all is well with you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope all is well with you. Yes, serious. Oh my goodness. They play the victim. They possess life is against me philosophy. Yeah. They always play the victim, and they have zero accountability. That used to drive me crazy when I was allowing people like that to stay in my life. They always were complaining. They always were pointing the finger at somebody else. They did this to me. They did this to me. Always saying that other people, it was like the me against the world, that everybody is against them. But, honestly, what have you done? What have they done? You have to ask yourself that too. When things keep happening to you, you have to ask yourself, what decisions am I making? What role did I play in this situation? All of those things. Yeah. And that's the truth, Sirius. Thank you for your comment. That a lot of times we're run into people that will always be blaming everybody else and they'll never take accountability for themselves. And when you're around people like that, it drains you. It drains all your energy. It drains your, your finances. It makes you not even want to do anything. I know for myself, I didn't want to do anything being around certain people. They take all of the energy out of life. Like they drain you. They suck you completely dry. You feel like when you're around them, like you're in this stagnant place, like you're stuck. You can't elevate. You can't focus because they make everything about them, and that's not a good thing. And they will turn your mood around. That's not a good thing. Have you ever been around people and all they ever do is, nagging, complaining, arguing? They're always angry all day long, angry, angry, angry. And I was finding myself that I was angry and I didn't have nothing going on. That's one of the things about the transfer of energy. Some people, when their energy is negative or their energy is evil, it's gonna transfer right to you because you're right there. It transfers to the next source. And people will do that. They will call you to argue, they'll call you to complain. And I get it. Everybody needs somebody to vent with, because I know I have my times where I call my friends, my accountability partners, other people, and say, hey, this is what's going on, because you have to get things off your chest. But I'm not venting all the time. When you have people that are like that in your life and they're always arguing, they're always ranting and raging and, complaining about their life, but it's always the same. Like they've been complaining about the same issues for years, but they never have made any changes. And one thing that I had to do is I had to change the amount of time that I put into being around them. There are some people, especially I have to say relatives, that will pour so much negativity, right? So much negativity they will pour out into the atmosphere, into us, to we start becoming negative. Um, I actually stopped doing things that I wanted to do because of the things that they said, like, and you'll put all this time, supporting them, taking them places, doing things for them, doing things for your children, aunties, cousins, everybody. You'll get busy with everybody else's business that you won't even have time to handle your business. Mm-mm. I had to ask myself, like, Marlene, what are you actually doing right now? I like look, what's the last time you did something that you were supposed to do? Something within your focus, your light, your talent, your gift. So, following behind, especially your relatives, your family, will keep you stuck, and their vibe will get you off, their negative vibes. And trust me, y'all, don't get me wrong. I love my family, but there are certain people that you have to love them from a distance. You can't love them up close. You can't love them up close. You can't, because they're going to stop you from feeling good about yourself. They will make you feel guilty that you're a positive person. They'll make you feel guilty that you're doing well in your life, that you have certain things. They'll make you feel good. You have education. It's like they will make you feel bad for just being yourself, that you did what you're supposed to do. Like if your credit is good, you have a good job, you've saved money, you have a car, you have a home. They will make you feel bad because you've put in the work. And for me, that's strange. That's very strange. Why do you feel guilty? Why do you feel jealous and try to make me feel guilty because I've done the wrong thing? Those are the people that you got to distance yourself from. You have to separate yourself from them because they will never change. They want you to stay on their level. And anytime when you start elevating, and you want to be more positive and they're a negative person, they won't like it. And then they'll say things like, you're jealous of them. You're not jealous of them. You just want to keep positive vibes. You're just handling your business. And that's the thing about life and the thing about being an adult. And in actuality, a mature adult. I had to learn that to be a positive adult, to be a mature adult, that it was up to me for how I felt about myself. It was up to me for what I chose to do, and learning to say no. That's a really big thing, especially with your relatives, learning to say no to them, because if you don't, they're never going to stop. Some people will never stop. No matter how much you do for them, they will never be satisfied. They never have gratitude. They will never say thank you, no appreciation. The more you do for them is the more they want. Do more, do more, do more. Never say thank you, never a kind word or deed. All you will ever hear is the one time you didn't do something for them. That's what they'll be complaining about. So you really have to act accordingly when you see the users and the takers and the manipulators. Yeah, all of those things. You have to see what they're doing and pay attention to it. you know Very important. Sirius says, I tolerate some people in small doses. They are cynical and they don't want to change their circumstances. Yeah, it's the people who complain about their financial situation. Now, I'm not saying that we don't all go into things like, a job loss, things that are out of our control. That happens to everybody. Life happens to everybody. But I'm talking about people who have been complaining about their situation financially for 5 years or more. You have come to accept that as your life, and they don't want to change. They don't want to do anything to make changes. And yes, I do understand that some people don't have the confidence to believe in themselves, but that's not my responsibility. It's not our responsibility to raise people. It's not your responsibility to take care of grown people. It's not your responsibility to taking care of your grown children, your romantic interests, your other relatives, your children, who are grown. It's not your responsibility to take care of grown people. It's not our responsibility. And I did that for such a long time. Being completely honest, I put so much time and effort into my romantic interests, making them happy. You'll be, and doing this and doing everything to make them happy, but then they're not giving you the same vibes back, telling you to, hey, have a seat. Let me do something nice for you. Let me take you out somewhere. Let me give you a vacation. Let me do this for you. You never get back the same vibes or energy, and you have to realize that it won't change. People will say all day long, for me, I'm not a person that cares about hearing the word I love you. For me, I'd rather a person who will show in their actions. Oh yeah, you say you love me? Prove it. Prove it. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the results, the action, the reality, what's happening in real time. And I always say the time to show that you love somebody is not when it's easy. Show your love for somebody. Like I like to see how somebody treats me when they're tired, they're frustrated, they don't have a lot financially. That's when you know who somebody really is. Like when people will snap off at you and then say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just tired. That's just an excuse. Or when people will say something when they get into an argument with you, and then they will apologize later and say they didn't mean it. No, they've been meaning to say that. The things that people say, they're just waiting for the opportunity to say it. They've been wanting to say it. And one thing that I had to learn is to not let other people and the things that they say and the things that they do stop my mood. Some people will take your mood down. They'll make you have low energy. Like my energy would be like so low. Like going around them, it's like when you go into the room, they suck all your energy out and you just feel like just going home and sleeping. I don't know who that's happened to, but it's happened to me on multiple occasions because they have so much going on, so much negativity. When you go around them, they suck all of the positive out of you. They suck all the focus out of you. They will take all the money out of you if you let them. I had to learn to start turning my mood around, to realize who are the people that is worth my time, who are the people that is worth my energy, who also supports me, who motivates me as well. That's something that's very important, motivators. Make sure that you're getting support back. Make sure you're getting people in your life that encourage you and not just say that they care about you. I was talking about this on my other channel. People will always tell you, I'm here for you when you need me. But when you actually need them, they're nowhere to be found. It's crickets. So, make sure what you say is what you get back. Don't let people take advantage of you. Don't let other people's negative attitude become yours. And you won't even realize it. You won't even realize that you're being influenced negatively. The ones that always are complaining, like, I cannot, like, it's exhausting. I absolutely cannot handle people anymore who always complain. I cannot. I had to pull away from people like that. Siri says, I've supported a family member for years to find out that person manipulates others into giving them financial benefits and try to make me the villain because they were confronted. Yeah. And that's what people will do. They will do that if you let them, especially family. Like, I love my family, but not the toxic ones, not the using ones. Yes, serious. It's very exhausting. It's very exhausting. And that's what I'm saying. We are the ones that have to turn our mood around. We're the ones that have to raise our vibration and raise our energy, and to do some things that make us happy. Don't stop, doing the things that pours love into yourself, going to the gym, going to whatever is the things that you like to do for exercise, going for your walks is good for your mental health and your physical health. Don't stop taking care of yourself, supporting other people. And you'll do that. You'll be supporting other people and their what they want to do, and you'll be actually losing your own mind. You'll actually be messing up your own money, especially when it comes to, always shelling out the money, giving, giving, giving. And the more you give is the more they want. And it's not even something like they'll be saying thank you. It starts to get to where the point where they make you feel like you have to. And if you don't, how come? Didn't you get paid? Don't you have money? Like, they get an attitude with you. Like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm all for, doing something nice and kind. And if I want to gift you some money, I will. But when it gets to where they feel like you have to give them money, you got to let those people go, because they're controlling your vibes, and your vibes can't be high, and you can't be in a positive space. And also you will start to feel like you have no hope for your future if you continue to let their negativity, let their jealousy, let their laziness. And I have to pause on that part of laziness. There are some people that will be in our life and they will be all kinds of lazy, and some people are lazy just because their life has beat them down and they just have given up. And some people, they're lazy just because they just don't believe in themselves, or they just don't want to do anything. But we can't let the people who are doing nothing stop us from doing something. Don't let other people stop you from living the life that you want. For me, I'm a person, I love traveling. I love vacationing. I love being out and about. I love being around other people. I love being out in nature. and laughing, keeping a positive mood, like laughing and things like. And when you have people who don't like to smile or laugh, people who don't like to go out, that's fine if that's what they want to do. If they want to stay home, that's fine. But I'm learning more to let other people be themselves, and then you have to let yourself be yourself. Don't let other people stop you from doing whatever it is that you want to do. Don't let anybody stop you from whatever goals, whatever agendas, whatever talents, whatever gifts. Don't let other people stop your light. People will dim your light because of the dark situations that they have been through or they're going through. People hate to see you with your high vibes, smiling, because I'm definitely a person, I like to smile. And I always tell people I have a reason to smile because of the things that I've been through, the things that I've overcome. When you get introduced to confidence, to knowing your worth, to having your own personal relationship with God, it changes all the moods. It changes every single thing in your life. And the more that I learn to love myself and be my own friend and to take care of myself, there are going to be people who are not going to like it. They will be jealous. They will be envious. And those are the same people who just wind up telling you that they love you and care about you. Some people, they only love you as long as you're on the same, as long as you're neck and neck with them. But anytime you start elevating, doing better for yourself, being positive, having joy in your life, having love in your life, when people start to celebrate you or say that you're a good person, when they hear other people talking about you in a positive way, there are people who don't like that, and they want to stop it because they want all of your attention. Yes, it's very exhausting. Right. They start counting your money. And I'm like, um, like, where were you when I was making this money? Like when you're sleeping, I'm out there grinding. I'm because I have my business and I have a regular, 9 to 5. So I'm grinding on both. Plus I have my YouTube. Plus I have my family. I'm a busy person. And it bewilders me, the people who just chill and hang out all day. Like, wow. But I can't, it's not my job or responsibility to try to figure out those people or try to make people be what I want them to be. That's not my job, or it's not my assignment to make people happy. I did that for a long time. I tried my best to make people happy. I tried to be supportive. I tried to be understanding. I tried to be compassionate, but they are not compassionate to you. They're not understanding of you. They don't want you to win and to have anything. It's like they want to suck everything out of you, suck all your time, your energy, your vibes. They want you to just be at home all the time with no money. And no. Go out, have some fun, enjoy your life, be at peace, do things that you want to do. Don't let other people stop you from being your best self. Never let anybody stop you from being the best person that you can be. And for me, I say it all the time on my channel, be inspired. We have to inspire our own self. And if we don't have people that are right around us that inspire us, look for inspiration. Find other motivational people, and mentor them. Get yourself a therapist, get yourself a counselor, whatever you need to do so that you can keep your vibes high, so that you can be positive. I had to put in work to be the woman that I am today. It wasn't that long ago where I was a negative person. I was always in a negative mood. I was always complaining, jealous of other people. It wasn't that long ago that I was that way, but I made changes because I wanted to. And now, because I want to be in that positive mood, in that positive space, I can't allow other people to come and take away my focus, my light, my peace, my money. I can't let it. And that's one of the things about life is we have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries with yourself, and you have to set boundaries with other people, because if we are not in control of ourselves and we don't know what we want and we don't know where we're going, other people will get us to their focus, to their energy, to whatever light that they possess or their lack thereof. So I had to, take my power and my control back. That's one of the ways that I turned my mood around. I turned my mood around by, knowing myself, loving myself, learning to speak up for myself. And I have to say that it takes a lot of courage to speak up for yourself. It takes a lot of courage to start saying no to people that you care about, but you can't allow other people that you care about to cause you to not care about yourself. Whoa, boy, was that a message. I had to stop letting other people who claimed, quote unquote, that they cared about me to stop me from caring about myself. Like, I'll be so busy helping and supportive and giving out money and doing everything, making everybody else happy. And at the end of the day, I'm so miserable. I'm worn out. I'm exhausted, and they don't care. Even at your point of exhaustion, they'll still be asking you for more. Well, how come you can't do this? And why won't you do that? Boundaries, everybody. Boundaries. Yes, absolutely serious. And that's one of the things that I didn't understand about boundaries until I went to therapy. For real. I will put a boundary quick, like, nope, I'm only going to do that for you one time. You have to tell people what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. Until you respect yourself, other people will not respect you. And it's one of those things that you can't make it something optional, or when you get ready. It can't be a thing like it's haphazard. It has to be something all the time. All the time, you're going to respect me. All the time, when I say something, I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. You have to follow through and be consistent. Don't let other people take advantage of you and walk all over you and disrespect you. We can't do that. That will take down your mood, your energy, and they will have control of our life. You have to take your power back. You have to take control of your life. And until you get into this space where you want to be positive, there's nothing going to be positive in your life. I had to learn to start having a positive outlook, the way that I chose to look at my life. That, one of the things that I say almost every morning as soon as I wake up, everything good is happening for me. Good things are happening in my life. I attract good. I attract the positive. Thus, I am positive. It's all, if you are always seeking and looking for something positive, you're going to draw that like a magnet. But if you're going to keep looking for what you don't have and what you don't like, that's what you're going to continue to see. You see what you focus on. And I had to learn to start shifting my mind and start thinking about the good, the positive, and walking in gratitude. When you have that sort of feeling about your life and that focus that great things are happening, I have potential, I can change, and looking at your difficulties as opportunities for personal growth. Boy, when I tell you that elevated me in a way that I never have. When I started looking at what you call hard things, difficulties as opportunities for personal growth. So when certain circumstances were happening to me, it's all how I chose to look at it. You can look at everything negative if you want to, but I can choose, how can I learn? How can I learn to be more courageous? How can I learn strength, resiliency, the power of my mind, what I focus on, what I think about myself. We can't control what is happening to us. We can't control life circumstances, because life is always going to have ups and downs. There's always going to be people who have something to say. There's always going to be people who have something to say about you. Always. There's always going to be people, and they're going to always have something. I call them the peanut gallery. They're always going to be having something to say about you. Always. Their mouth is always going to be going. So make sure you give them something good to talk about. People will always, no matter what you do, no matter how good you are to people, people will always have something negative to say about you. Let it be one time where you can't do something, they're gonna go off on you and say, oh, and how come they couldn't do it? And they have this, and they have the money, and they have this, and they have that. Pay attention, everybody. You know, we have to learn to not stop taking care of ourselves, stop doing for ourselves at the cost. I always ask myself, what is this going to cost me? Because everything in our life costs us something. Everything in your life costs you something. It costs you your time, costs you your effort, it costs you your energy, it's your money, it's your focus. What is it that this is going to cost you? Is it going to cost you your mental health? Is it going to cost you your loss of your spiritual connection? What is this going to cost me? And some things are too expensive. You know, I cannot allow other people to take away my spiritual health. I can't allow other people to drain me financially. I can't allow people to abuse me, you know, mentally, you know, play mind games, because that's one thing that I cannot stand. I cannot stand when somebody is trying to tell you something and it's in a way like a backhanded compliment, or like, you know, trying to one up you, like pretending that they're happy or proud of you, but in it also has something negative, a negative connotation. So I don't do that. Once you see that somebody is moving funny or acting funny, or they're one way with somebody and they're another way with another person, like they smile at you in front of your face, but behind your back, they're another way. We can't control what they do. We can't control what they say, but we can control our own vibration, our own power, our own light, how we feel about ourselves. And I think that that's a very important thing. You can only control how you react to them. And that reaction says everything about you. Because what I used to do before, when my vibes was low, when my power was low, when I didn't know my worth, when somebody did something to me, first thing I used to always say is, what did I do? What did I say? I know I have done that many times before, feeling like, why am I getting this treatment? Why are they treating this way? Me this way. I must have done something. And it's not always that you do something. Some people are just going through certain situations. Some people are just negative, and they'll do anything to break you. Don't let other people break your spirit. Don't let anybody stop your positivity, stop you from being focused and doing the things that you want to do. And like Sirius says, you can only control how you react to them. We can't stop people from doing what they do. Okay? We can't stop that. We can't stop the negativity. We can't stop them being dramatic. We can't. But how do we react to it? Do you listen to it? Do you feed into it? Or do you like, I don't have time for that, and you continue on? Don't let other people stop you from doing what you need to do for yourself. Don't let other people stop you from taking care of your health and all aspects of your health, your overall wellness. Don't let anybody stop you from making sure you're getting your exercise and your water and, you know, having your fun. Don't let other people stop your smile. I remember when my therapist, no, that wasn't my therapist, that was my mentor. She told me, never let anybody stop your smile. If you are around people and they are stopping you from smiling, you got to stay away from them. You really do. Right? Serious, condescending behavior. That's it. condescending behavior. And there are a lot of people who are like that. And we can't let them and their behavior, their vibes, their energy get us into this negative and dark space. Hey, Miss Queen Sunkiss, how are you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. I hope all is well with you. And that's one of the things that I had to learn about myself. Don't let other people control your vibes. Don't let other people stop you from your peace. Don't let other people's negativity become yours. Because I know for myself, I would get involved myself, like injecting myself into a situation that has nothing to do with me. Like I'll be ready to fight, but you don't realize that that person made their own bed and now they need to lie in it. They will start mess, they will make drama, they will not do what they're supposed to do, and then when the consequences of their actions come down, now they want to fight and argue and complain when they didn't do what they needed to do. That's the thing. We have to learn to stop supporting the people who don't do what they're supposed to do. I had to cut that off. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're being negative. You caused this problem. You did wrong. That has nothing to do with me. So I had to learn for myself to keep my vibes high, to keep my positivity, to keep my energy, to stop putting myself into situations that's not my business. That's not my problem. That's your problem. And you need to bail them out. Nope, I'm not doing it. You will set yourself up for a lifetime of frustration and misery. I'm not allowing anyone to take my joy. That part, you know, there are people who they will go through their whole life arguing, they're frustrated, they're miserable, and they try to make other people miserable. Like, don't bring that negativity over here. Don't be yelling and barking at me. I'm not the one. Okay? You have to let people know immediately how you are going to be treated. They're not going to treat you how they want to treat you. You're going to treat me how I want to be treated. Okay? And some people, you have to check them. Yes, you just mind the business that pays you. Exactly, Miss Queen. Exactly. I think that's so important, you know. And I found myself doing that for such a long time, involving myself into other people's business. And I did it with my friends, I did it with my relatives, you know, even my romantic interests. I put myself into these situations, and they're the ones that made the problem. You made this problem. You made this issue. That has nothing to do with me. And then they want you to bail them out of their foolishness. And we don't have to. You made that bed, you need to lie in it. There are folk who are happy being unhappy. That's an interesting disposition. It is. They love to, every time you see them, they're upset. They're upset, they're screaming, they're complaining. And have you ever seen the people who they always are screaming about other people? Oh, and they're this, and they're that, and they're this, and who do they think they are? And all it is, to me, that screams jealousy. You're jealous of another person. And there are people that's their whole vibe. All they ever are jealous of other people. They're jealous of what other people have. They're jealous of what other people are doing. They're jealous of when other people are getting success. They don't like other people getting attention because they're attention seekers, because they've never worked on themselves. They don't love themselves. They're not doing anything with their life. So when they see you doing something, they're envious. They're jealous. They hate themselves. They hate their life, but they're not doing anything to change it. They're not. Getting into other folks' business, then they turn on you. That part, Miss Queen, that part, you know, I learned a long time ago to stop injecting myself into a problem, a situation that This has nothing to do with me. But they'll tell you something, and then you're ready to fight their battles. You're ready to bail them out when, like, wait a minute, you have this situation because you didn't go to work, or you did something in your relationship, or you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So now here's the consequence. You did this, so 1 + 1 = 2. If you do this and you do that, this is what it's going to equal. And they don't like that. There are some people out here who think that they can do anything that they want to do and there's no consequences. And it doesn't work that way. What you put out there is what you get back. You do nasty, you do mean, you do underhanded, you do snakish things. Y'all know that's my word. You do some snakish things, snake, slithering on the grass stuff. You do some backstabbing stuff. It's only a matter of time. Trust and believe. You may get away with something for a little bit of the time, but it doesn't mean it's going to last forever. Okay. Yes, I don't get involved because they will get back together and now you are the problem. Listen, and that's another thing when people will come and tell you all their problems in their romantic relationship, get you involved, get you all worked up. They did this to me, they did that. But what they're not telling you is the things that they did as well. Everybody in a relationship, there's always two sides to a story. And while that person may have done something, also, who started it? What did they do? What did they contribute to the thing? And you just come along. They only tell you certain details, right? They don't tell you everything. But next thing you know, you're ready to fight the person they're in a relationship with. And next thing, they get back together. Yeah, you just look. Exactly. I keep all thoughts and opinions to myself. That's one of the things that I'm learning. The older that I get, learn to continue to walk in silence, stop telling people your business, and just focus on me, focus on my life, focus on my plans and my goals, and taking care of my business. But people will try to, ask all these questions. What are you doing with your life? What is happening? What are you doing? Are you in a relationship? And this, and what happened with your kids? And what is this? And what's that? People want to know so much information about you. And there are some people, especially relatives, who feel that they are entitled, that you have to tell them what is going on in your life. And I'm not the one. I used to be the one when I didn't know that I don't have to tell other people my business. You don't have to know. It's not your right. It's not your business. Like, stay out of mine. And it's the people who never are to handling their own business. Like, they're talking about you and your house and how you're running it and your relationship, and yet theirs is falling apart. Theirs is in shambles, or they don't even have a relationship. Like, how are you going to give me advice on my relationship and your relationship is messed up? A lot of things just don't make sense. And there are certain people who just don't make sense. So you have to be careful with what you say to other people, how you show up, the energy that somebody comes at you with. Pay attention to that. And when you see that it's negative, it's toxic, it's dark, back away from that negativity. Yes, serious. Silence is golden. Oh my goodness, it is. And that's what people don't understand. When you go silent on people, one thing that drives me crazy is when people will think because you're silent, you have nothing going on. People have a whole life. I know I do. I have a whole life. I have a whole business. I have things that I have going on that I don't have time to tell people a play by play. Oh, I have this going on and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Y'all, motivators, walk in silence, handle your business, do what you need to do, have your peace of mind, have your fun. Don't let other people stop you from having your fun, having your peace, having your joy. But what I learned from myself is that my peace had to be inside of me. I had to be at peace. I had to choose to be at peace and to stop being negative. I had to choose that. First, peace has to be your portion. You got to have peace of mind and peace of heart. Okay. And once I had that, then now it's time for me to focus on doing what I need to do for me so that I can maintain it. That's the thing that is hard, is for us to maintain our peace, because it's always going to be people always trying to get themselves into our little force field. That's what I call it, my little bubble. People try to come into your bubble and find out your business, but you got to keep saying, nope, you ain't getting no closer than over here. Maintain your distance. I'm not telling you my business. Don't ask me my business. Certain people, you just have to leave them alone. You really do. So true, Marlene. It's the relatives that seem the most negative and the least supportive too. Oh my goodness, Jessica, that is so true. Relatives, they're just so negative about everything. If you're doing something, oh, that won't work, or that's stupid, or I tried that. And what drives me crazy about other people is, just because something didn't work for you doesn't mean that it won't work for me. It's like people don't understand. You don't have the focus, you don't have my life, you may not have the skills, you didn't do it right, whatever it is. But don't let other people stop you or talk you out of a dream, talk you out of a goal, talk you out of a life that you've worked hard for, that you want. Don't let other people stop you from living your life the way you want to. Sirius says, I keep my private affairs to myself. I don't want to hear your, and you most definitely not going to hear mine. I get it. I get it, Sirius. I completely get it. And I understand 100% that there are some people that no matter how much you tell them, stay out my business, they won't. They're going to keep trying you. So one thing that I learned is, the more you just don't say anything to anybody, and I mean don't tell nobody your business. Keep it to yourself. Keep certain things between you and your higher power, and move accordingly, but don't let other people control your vibes. Keep and maintain your positive attitude. Do the best that you can for you. Enjoy your life, love your life, be the best you. Be happy, forgive yourself, be positive, but keep your vibes high. I think that's so important to say. Keep your vibes high, keep positive, know your power, and know your worth. So yeah, that's what I came on to say, everybody. Don't let other people turn your mood around. Don't let other people and their negativity become yours. Don't let other people stop you from your potential. Don't let other people stop you from using your talents and your gifts. Don't let other people stop you from joy in your life or taking your chances. Give yourself a million second chances. So happy Friday to everybody. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Tune in tomorrow, everybody. Put on your notification bell. I'm going to be setting up. There's going to be something great happening tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on this channel. So make sure you tune in. You're definitely going to want to hear the conversations that will happen. It's going to be some really good it's going to be something really good. So make sure you come by tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for what I have going on. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much, Sirius, Miss Queen, and Jessica Hicks. And if I left out anybody, I'm so sorry. Oh, and Tamika. I appreciate every single one of you. Everybody have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. And you know what we say over here on Marlene Motivates? Just know it. Just breathe it and be it. and live your best life. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh,
Hey, Miss Yo-Yo, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Shout out to you and welcome to membership. Make sure you check out the community tab for member-only videos. Welcome to membership.